another video. I'm going to be using my Daghatar the Adamant deck. This is a very fun commander that I love using. Just looking at my opening hand before we get into a little bit more about the commander, with the Citadel Siege in hand, and my commander that moves counters around, I am keeping this hand off the bat. Don't think about it. You have a removal spell, you have an indestructible spell, and you have a pumping spell. Riku of the Two Reflections is a usual annoying card to play against simply because he starts copying extra turn cards from my experiences, but we will see about that. Looking at the Citadel Siege, looking at this deck, the point of this deck, Daghatar the Adamant, for those who are a little unfamiliar, comes to play with 4 counters on it for 4 mana, and for black-green hybrid, 2 of those in 1, you can move 1 counter from one creature onto another creature. Doesn't matter about the owners, most people don't realize this. The commander itself works particularly well with a Corpsejack Menace, which doubles counters. It works even better with a Doubling Season or a Hardened Scales, all of which are being run in this deck. There is a very solid amount of doubling counters and counter utilization. I've had people ask me, well, why don't you run a Gav Guru of Spores? And it's a pretty simple matter of I don't want to. I like this. This commander is unique. Honestly, I have yet to encounter another commander, Daghatar the Adamant. Vigilance is also nice. You can always block when you attack. Riku decks in general, they're gonna mono ramp and just play these crazy come to play effects. You know, you got your Thragtusk, which is for 7 mana, you're getting a 5/3, netting you 10 life, and when either of them leaves play, you also get a creature. Everyone knows that there are these crazy come to play effects that people could only run in this commander format. You have the slower tempo, you have the more varying card base. You know, we're not limited to a certain type of card frame. But because there's so many powerful cards, people break the format, and Riku is really the guy who does that well. He's not the most durable commander. He's real easy to kill. He's a 2/2 human wizard. Right? What? You gonna lightning bolt him and he's done. But see, now what's amazing about Daghatar is your counter is now my counter. And now I get to attack with a 5/5 Vigilance on turn 3. Now, that's a pretty small benefit from Daghatar. As the game progresses, you're going to see a lot more interaction between him and his friends. Something that I particularly like to do is run a Forgotten Ancient with a Gyre Sage. Nothing quite like making every single spell you cast into a mana source. You play 3 spells, your Forgotten Ancient gets 3 counters. Put those counters onto your Gyre Sage, and now you've got 3 more mana next turn to cast 3 more spells, or 4 more spells. 5 mana, it looks like he's going to be casting his commander. Luckily for him, I have a Mutant's Prey in hand. I'm going to be killing it before it can do any damage, requiring him to get at least 2 more mana. But first we'll attack, try to lure some blockers out of him here. And there's the Decree of Pain, because what commander deck is complete without a Decree of Pain? Let's play a Swamp. Alright, now let's see if he blocks with his Elvish Visionary. It's not really serving his purpose unless he's going to drop a Sunken Hope next turn, which would really hurt me. And blockers are not declared. He has taken 10 commander damage on turn 4. The beautiful thing about Mutant's Prey is essentially that other bad fighting card from one of the core sets. That's a sorcery. This bad boy is an instant, which in a deck where any single creature can have a counter at any given point, that's really freaking strong, especially when my guys are getting stronger, potentially every single turn. Now, normally, I play the Citadel Siege, which, for those who don't know, you have a choice when it comes into play. You can either choose Cons, which puts 2+1/+1 counters on a creature of your choice at the beginning of combat, meaning you get that benefit as soon as it comes out, almost like the commander cards from this new set, where it triggers during your end step. It wants you to use it. And now he's going to be taking the extra mana to recast his commander next turn. Meanwhile, he has no blockers this turn, and I'll be attacking him for a total of 7, dealing him 17 commander damage by turn 5. The beautiful thing about Riku of the Two Reflections is there really are two huge deck types that exist about Riku. You have guys that are using Riku to manipulate the CIP effects come into play for us older players who don't refer to it as enter the battlefield. It's a lot clunkier than come into play, fewer syllables. But other people will actually almost go for the opposite approach, where Riku's the only creature. They're going to get him out and they're going to protect him really well. And then they are just going to start slinging spells like a wizard. And they're going to copy them, and they're just going to get more and more insane. Now, I dropped the Citadel and I'm choosing Cons. Dragons is a great, great, great defensive card that allows you to tap an opponent's creature. It's great against Maelstrom Wanderer, where you could tap down that 7/5 that cascades twice. Those decks, same color. He's probably running one, is my guess, because anyone who's running this combination of colors generally runs a Maelstrom Wanderer. Whether it's their commander or not is a separate issue. What we've just done is we've just forced him to either play his commander and block, killing his commander again, or play another creature. He's taken 17 commander damage. I hope he plays something to address the immediate threat and not throws out his commander just to prolong his turn. And there you go, Mist Raven, another come into play effect. And that, or as we like to call it, Flying Man of War, is going to return Daghatar to my hand. Stalling enough that I will have to reset, and I cannot kill him next turn. I will still have a 6/6 Vigilance as of my turn, depending on what I draw, but it's the beauty of the Mist Raven. Not quite a Stormcrow, but, you know, not everyone is a champion. Temur Ascendancy, one of the 5 ascensions from Cons, giving creatures haste and an amazing, amazing card drawing opportunity for those Temur. 4 or greater, draw a card. Couple that up nicely and you can really be drawing cards. You got a Garruk's Pack Leader, Garruk's Companion, Soul of the Harvest. You play 1 creature, you're drawing 3 cards. Let's recast the Daghatar. We've got nothing else to do. And now I at least have the opportunity to, again, put 2 more counters on it, so we'll be attacking for 8 next turn, and I have the mana open to give him Indestructible should red, green, or blue somehow manage to Pongify or Beast Within. I would love to see a Beast Within now, simply because you make him indestructible, and then I'm still drawing a card and getting the Beast or Monkey. I forget if I said Pongify or Beast Within. Now this is pretty standard of a Riku deck. This is turn 7 and he's got 3, 7, 8, 9 lands out. He's only 2 lands up, but it's a pretty confident position. With the 2 mana open, my guess is he's going to equip the Stormcrow, Mist Raven, and swing for an additional land. Oh, he is equipping the Riku. He does not attack with the Riku, but he does attack with the Mist Raven. Well, and he has passed the attack